En esta lección vamos a practicar algunas conversaciones cortas de presentaciones y lenguaje cotidiano.
This is an example of a formal greeting.
Greetings.
Saludos.
You are welcome.
En este contexto significa por nada.
Shake hands.
Estrechar la mano.
The greetings good morning, good afternoon, good evening are used at different times of the day to greet people. Good evening is often used after 6 p.m. or generally when the sun has set.
Good night is not a greeting. It is used when leaving a place or group of people. Thank you and good night, and see you tomorrow.
When people meet in the United States, it is customary for them to shake hands. A handshake should be firm and usually lasts for about 2 to 3 seconds, which allows enough time to say nice to meet you.
Don't mention it is another way of saying you're welcome. The phrase you are welcome is more formal. However, responses such as don't mention it, no problem, happy to help are informal ways of responding to a thank you.
Good morning, Professor Ralston. How are you doing?
Good morning, James. I'm doing well. And you?
I'm great, thank you. This is my friend Emma. She is thinking about applying to this college. She has a few questions. Would you mind telling us about the process, please?
Hello, Emma. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm more than happy to speak with you. Please stop by my office next week.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Professor. Thank you so much for helping us.
Don't mention it. Hopefully, I will be able to answer your questions. Informal greetings and farewells.
Farewells.
Despedida.
See you later.
Te veo después.
Hi is an informal way of saying hello. Notice that the I sound in hi is extended, to show that Jane is very pleased to see Helen.
How's it going? Is an informal way of saying how are you?
Fine, thanks, and you? Notice the rising intonation on and you? This shows that Helen is interested in what Jane has to say.
Where are you off to? Is an informal way of saying where are you going. Notice the falling intonation since this is an information question, not a yes or no question.
To the library. Notice that Helen does not say I'm going here because that information was already established in the question where are you off to?
Oh, no is a way of saying I sympathize with you or I understand you are not happy.
See you later is an informal way of saying goodbye.
Hi Helen. How's it going?
Fine Jane, thanks, and you?
Just fine. Where are you off to?
To the library. I've got a history exam next week and need to start studying. Ugh.
Oh, no. Well, I'll see you later then. Good luck.
Thanks. See you later.
Example of a formal introduction.
Mr. Wilson, I'd like you. Notice the rising intonation on Mr. Wilson, which is used to address someone. Listen for the D in I'd like. This means I would like, which is very different from I like. I'd like means the same as I would like or I want.
Dr. Smith is an economist. Notice the stress on economist. This content word has new information, so it is emphasized. There are 4 syllables in economist, with the stress on the second syllable, economist.
He just finished writing. Just means the very recent past. Just is usually used with a simple past verb because the action is complete. However, it can also be used with the present perfect. He's just finished writing.
Development program. Since these two words make a compound noun, the main stress falls on development.
By any chance means the same as possibly. Notice the rising intonation, which is used in yes, no questions to confirm that something is true.
Mr. Wilson, I'd like you to meet Dr. Edward Smith.
It's nice to meet you, Dr. Smith.
Pleasure to meet you, too.
Dr. Smith is an economist. He just finished writing a book on international trade.
Oh? That's my field, too. I work for the United Nations.
In the development program, by any chance?
Yes. How did you guess?
I've read your articles on technical assistance. They're excellent.
Example of an informal introduction.
Whose is the contracted form of who is. It is pronounced the same way as whose, but the meaning is different.
Didn't you meet her? Notice that this is a negative question. Charles thought that Jim had met Mary before. He is now surprised that Jim does not know Mary, and so he uses a negative question to show his surprise.
I wasn't at Steve's party. Notice that the emphasis here is on at, although prepositions normally have weak stress. In this case, at means there. I wasn't there.
Mary, this is my friend Jim. This is a friendly way to introduce two people. It's common to follow this with Jim. This is Mary. In this case, Mary says hi, Jim first.
Nice to meet you. This is a typical response after you've been introduced to someone.
Sure is often used in informal conversation to mean yes.
Who's the tall woman next to Barbara?
That's her friend Mary. Didn't you meet her at Steve's party?
No, I wasn't at Steve's party.
Oh, then let me introduce you to her now. Mary, this is my friend Jim.
Hi, Jim. Nice to meet you.
Oh no, the pleasure is all mine. Would you like a drink?
Sure, let's go get one.
Well, that's it for today's lesson. Have a good day.